She was our princess. She was our baby girl.
Jamie Regan was an all-American girl looking forward to a promising future, but melanoma took that all away.
She died 3 weeks before her 30th birthday.
During her short time on Earth, Jamie touched many lives.
Jamie was beautiful. She was vibrant. She was a bundle of energy. Always had a smile on her face.
Jamie's loved ones are not alone in their grief. Melanoma kills 1 American every hour, and the numbers are rising. The main culprit is ultraviolet radiation from the sun or man-made. Your risk increases if you're fair-skinned, blue or green-eyed, have had 5 sunburns or 1 blistering sunburn. Tanning beds increase your risk a whopping 75%.
Jamie's bad habit was using tanning beds. She would go to the tanning bed every day for lunch, 7 days a week, and do a 20-minute tan.
Her doctors believe, Jamie believed, that it was from her use of the tanning beds.
Melanoma begins as a mole on the skin. Then as it grows, it moves deeper where it can hijack your lymphatic vessels, travel through your body, and attack major organs. The key is catching it early and removing the problem before it reaches the lymph nodes. That can put your survival rate at 99%. It goes down quickly from there, 65% if the cancer reaches regional lymph nodes, and 16% if it makes it to distant lymph nodes or organs. Jamie didn't know any of that. In fact, she visited the doctor for an unrelated issue when she mentioned a mole on her back would sometimes itch or bleed.
He called me to tell me the diagnosis, and he was crying. When your doctor's crying on the phone, it's a pretty good indication that this is serious. I'd never heard of melanoma before.
It's very painful for Jamie's mother to relive her daughter's death, but she tells the story in hopes of saving someone else's life. She likely already succeeded. In fact, she may have saved my life. She inspired me to get checked out by a dermatologist who removed a suspicious mole, biopsied it, and later informed me it was melanoma. So I went back so a surgeon could remove much of the tissue surrounding it.
Got some moles to look at?
Dr. David Pariser, president of the American Academy of Dermatology, says people should get a full body exam every year by their primary care physician or dermatologist. Then every month, people should do their own self-exams.
Early detection is actually the key, because if we could find every melanoma early, we could cure every melanoma. And what people need to do is everybody needs to be aware of their moles.
And get to the doctor immediately if a mole resembles any of the A, B, C, D, E's of skin cancer. Moles that are asymmetrical, borders are uneven, color varies within the mole, diameter is larger than a pencil eraser, or they evolve or change in any way. Melanoma can develop anywhere on the body, even in hidden places, like between the toes, under the fingernails, or on the scalp. Ask your hairstylist to look carefully for moles when you visit the salon. Some hairstylists do it automatically and may have saved their clients' lives.
When I started coming to Patricia said, you know, you've got something there. It needs to be looked at. And so I did. I took her advice and went to the doctor, and sure enough, it was something he thought that needed to be removed.
In the 34 years Patricia Ingmeyer Richard has been doing hair, she's found cancer on 7 clients.
Now, maybe there's been another 100 that I've suggested go to the doctor. There wasn't anything. But my concern is I'd rather send 1,000 people to the doctor than this one case of cancer.
So although melanoma deaths are on the rise, we can slow that trend by finding and eradicating problem moles early. And if you want that sun-kissed glow, try a spray-on tan or use self-tanning lotions. They're safe. But avoid too much sun and wear sunscreen applied generously and often. Finally, whatever you do, stay out of tanning beds.
People always ask me, you know, how many times, if I just go a little to the tanning bed, is that okay? And my answer to them is, I can't tell you how many cigarettes you can smoke before you get lung cancer. And I can't tell you how many times you can go to the tanning bed before you get skin cancer, but what I can tell you is that it's all cumulative, and that every time you get a sunburn, Every time you get cosmetic tanning, it just adds a little bit more, and the clock is ticking, and at some point, the bomb goes off.
Lori Johnson, CBN News.